Welcome into the non-neutral zone. Short Show Spectacular.
It is the non-neutral zone. Welcome back. Hello, Josh.
Hey, buddy.
Hello, Brandon.
Good to see ya.
I'm jealous of Josh right now.
Nothing like the beach.
Yeah, if you're joining us via audio, we have our YouTube live video, and Josh, it looks like he's sitting on the beach right now. Mm-hmm. Something tells me it's fake, but
I don't know. That wind looks nice.
It's legit, man.
It looks legit.
It's legit.
I'm jealous.
Here. Yeah, it was
supposed to be locked in quarantine, but he decided to booger off to the beach.
Yeah.
So, at any rate, let's go. This is the non-neutral zone short show spectacular, and
topical short show spectacular.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of topical things since everybody's locked in, hunkered down at home during this coronavirus quarantine. So we're giving you some topical, entertaining things to think about or do. Like today's episode will be some suggestions to do. Today is family table games.
Yeah.
So we're going to draft. Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah, this is your show, Gunner. Go ahead.
Well, thank you. You just gave it to me. Awesome. In that case, we're changing it. We're going to do a 18-plus episode today. No, I'm just kidding. We're doing, family table games, things you would play with your family around the table when you're bored. So board games, etc. So we're going to draft our top 4, and you, the listener, gets to decide who has the best top 4 family table games.
What's our draft order?
Yeah, what's the draft order? Who wants to hit us with it? So I'm last. I know that. Who's first?
I'm first. That means you're the middle child today, Joshua.
Wank, wank. All right. So no special rules other than just general family table games you would play. Yeah. So that excludes like poker, like most card games, gambling, any like overt adult themed games. Maybe we'll do that. Save that for another episode. Yeah. In fact. Hey, Josh, we had an idea the other day about a special... Hey, I disappeared. We had an idea the other day about a special short show spectacular we were not going to include Brandon on, and I think it's time we let him in on what we were going to do.
Oh, man. I'm so nervous or jealous. I don't know.
We even had a thought of maybe we just go ahead and do it and drop it and see what he says, because we know he's not going to be on board with it. Our idea was we're going to draft our top... PG-13 nudie scenes.
Oh man, I can't do it. I've never seen one.
PG only, right?
I'm just kidding. I saw the Titanic when I was in third grade. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that one. Did we mention that one?
No, I mentioned that was like the first one that came to mind.
It's the original.
Yeah, I think that's the most famous
for us.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump into our
I would listen. I don't know if I could participate, but
so that's what I thought would be funny is like it pops up, you got the notification, you got a new episode drops, you start listening, you're like, what in the world?
Yeah. All right. I'll stand by. Yeah. All right. So today is going to be family friendly games though.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right. Without any further ado, then where are they going to find the vote on that, Gunner?
Let's say Twitter. You can go to twitter.com/non-neutralzone1 and you could find the poll to vote on. Today is Tuesday and the poll should be up. If it's not, just keep looking and subscribe so you get notifications when it does drop, okay?
Yeah, tell Katie it was a good job on that graphic too.
Oh man, yeah. I'll let our marketeer know.
Yeah, our marketeer in-house graphic designer is doing a great job.
Hey, how's the new Twitter handle going, Josh? Have you talked to Jeannie?
I've not heard back. Believe it or not, she's squatting on that pretty good. She's inactive, so it's out there. Like maybe I should just email Twitter and be like, look, if you switch it, she's not gonna know. So
that's a good point. She'll never know.
They may be like, all right, you know what? Screw it, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. So without any further ado, let's go.
We could wait. I got one more idea.
Okay, all right.
If we know somebody that's good at the hacking stuff, maybe they could hack in, post some bad content, and get her like shut down.
Oh my God!
Get her clapped, as the kids say, and then we'll just scoop it right up.
All right.
That's a thought.
Yeah. So if any of our listeners out there, if you're good at that kind of stuff, we're trying to get our Twitter handle from a lady that's squatting on it. We need her hacked. So
we need non-neutral zone. We have non-neutral zone 1, so don't mess with that.
Yeah. But if you can help us, email us old-fashioned at nonneutralzoneundercover@gmail.com.
Yeah. In all seriousness, we're not advocating any illegal activity.
Yeah.
Just to cover all the bases.
All right, here we go. Let's head to our short show spectacular draft, shall we?
All right, hit us with that 101.
I got the 101. The thing about having the 101 is you just generally don't have to give it a lot of thought. So I'm going to go with a game that I've played thousands of times and won at even more thousands of times, and I'm going to go with Monopoly.
It's classic. It's a pretty good game.
With math like that, we know why he wins. So.
That's a fun one to play with the family, boards flying. Oh, man, I love it.
And it's a board game with a very interesting history, too.
Yeah, it is.
And, yeah, very interesting. And if you want to learn more about the history, there's a podcast called How Stuff Works, and they have an episode about Monopoly and its history.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah, not a sponsor, but it's a great podcast, and they seem like good guys. They're from Atlanta, I think, too. So
really?
Yeah, they're cool guys.
I have to look that up there, Gunner. All right, headed to you at number 2, Josh.
Yeah, so I didn't put Monopoly on my list because I knew that's what you should take, and if you didn't, I could remember it. So for me, I'm gonna take. It's not really my. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna take Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take Sorry.
We played many games of Sorry, Josh.
Yeah. You're not doing it with your family, but if you bump that $1 every time you go around, there's
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You get
That's
some
an
stakes
interesting
going.
one to play.
There's a lot of different variations that have you played where you can actually go up into the safe zone and knock people off?
I think we did that once.
Yeah. I like to play that. Just totally make chaos with the family.
Yeah, it was fun.
If you've ever played a board game with me, I'm strict about the rules. What's on the back of the box, that's how we play. So if you ever come up to me, it's like, hey, I have this variation, I'd shut you down quick.
Well, as long as you know about the variation ahead of time. The thing that I don't like about people playing a board game is people that just don't care.
They got their house rules and they assume everybody play by them. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, but actually, like,
no, it's on the box.
Take that box and just give them a good whack with it.
Uno is the worst about that. Like, if you ever play Uno with anybody, it seems to be chaos. Nobody follows the rules.
Man, Uno
drives me nuts.
Good time though.
Yeah, like Uno. But not speaking of Uno, let's get into my first and second choice. First up, since this is we're doing this because of the quarantine, I'm going to pick Pandemic.
Oh man, is that a board game?
Yeah, it's a board game. You can play the video game. Like that's how I was introduced to it. Was like a video game version of it.
Yeah, I played it on the iPad. I think
it's pretty popular. I've never played it, but I've seen some stuff about it. So
yeah, it's really cool and it's very appropriate for the times. And then I'm going to move on to another game that I really love and I've gotten many hours of enjoyment out of is Catan, Settlers of Catan.
Oh yeah,
it's on my list.
I figured he'd get back to me.
Bang bang.
Yeah,
knock that out. Yeah, I love that game.
Cool. Yeah, we used to play that quite a bit back in the day, college days, right? Like over
Catan, yeah.
Oh, man, I'm torn right here between a couple of options, but I think I'm going to take the one that I don't believe it's going to make it back to me. So I'm going to take Apples to Apples. And the other one could get snatched right out from under me, but I'm going to play the odds and go with Apples to Apples.
You know, that's a game I've only played maybe once, but I remember it being very fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It's simple to set up. Everyone can understand the rules. The thing I like about Apples to Apples is if you don't have people that like to play board games, and so they just generally don't care, they can still participate.
Yeah, they can still enjoy it. Yeah.
Right. The worst thing of playing Sorry or Monopoly or Settlers of Catan with people that don't care is that they don't care, and so they don't even try. And
that's the worst.
It just benefits someone else, and they don't protect the integrity of the game. But they can participate in Apples to Apples because it's just random a lot of times. It's just who's the funniest.
Yeah.
That's how I pick my cards in Apples to Apples. All right.
Keep that in mind.
Noted. All right. I'm gonna I'm surprised that no one's gotten this, sort of, because it's a newer game for me. We just came upon it in the last 5 years, I guess. But I'm gonna go with Ticket to Ride. It's a lot like
It's on my
Settlers of
list.
Catan. Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, my mother-in-law loves it.
Really? Does she have the big board game? I mean, it's
Oh,
the whole,
yeah.
whole setup.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
really impressive board, just the way, I mean, it takes up a lot of space like Catan.
Yeah.
A lot
I'll
of
give it
fun.
a quick Google. So it's a strategy game
It's-
like Catan and
Right, it's
player
very. I
strategy.
think it's very similar, wouldn't you say, Josh?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably a little bit simpler than Catan, but
Yeah, I would agree with that.
but yeah.
Why is it called Ticket to Ride? What's the theme?
You're building a train, like you're building a.
Train and
Oh,
trying to
a
connect
railroad.
cities.
Railroad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. That's cool.
And then I'm going to go with a more classic game that I love it. I enjoy it a lot. And I'm going to go with Clue.
Oh,
Also a
yeah,
good
that
game.
wasn't. Yeah, that didn't pop up on my radar. That's a very good choice.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a little bit more complex, I think. Kind of like you have to have people that are really into it and really going for it. But
Yeah.
I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, that's a good
Yep.
pick. Also on my list. My list is getting thinner.
Yes, that's what
Um,
I like to hear.
At least something is. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take Sequence.
Oh man, I thought I was going to snatch that with my last pick. I didn't think anyone was going to get it.
Yeah. So with my list kind of narrowing, and that was.
Aren't you done, Brandon?
What's that?
Aren't you done?
No, I've got one more pick in the last round.
It'll finish
Yeah.
up on him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna take Sequence there. If you've not played Sequence, you should give it a go. It's a pretty fun game. You can play with up to 6 people or something, or
Yeah, it's like Connect Four. I mean, it's
Yeah.
again simple to play.
a little more complex than Connect 4. But,
Right, but it's simple to understand how to win.
Yeah.
Even if someone's not good at it.
Oh man, those jacks, those one-eyed jacks, those two-eyed jacks, everything gets wild and crazy. If you've not played it, give it a go.
All right, Gunner, headed back to
All
you,
right.
my friend.
Okay, so I did Catan. I did Pandemic. I'm gonna do a game that I've only recently started playing in the past few years.
Oh, man.
I didn't know it existed until a few years ago. In Korea, the board game cafes are a big thing, and my wife took me to one, and she's like, "Hey, let's play this game." And I had no idea what it was, but it's called Rummikub.
Oh man,
Oh,
they would
it-
play it
it is.
at they had like board game cafes.
Yeah,
That's
the board games-
fantastic.
yeah, they're really really cool because they have hundreds of games, like things you would never otherwise hear about or see. And you just go in there, you pay a flat fee, and just play. They have drinks, snacks. It's cool.
That's a fun concept. I remember playing. I've played many games of Rummikub at my granny's house growing up.
Okay, well, yeah, and that's the thing is like I had never heard about it
Yeah.
until I leave the country, and apparently it's like this world famous game. But yeah, I love it. I love it a lot.
All
So
right.
that's my pick, and then I guess I'll wrap it up with. I'm curious if you guys like this Stratego.
Stratego.
Yeah, that's fun. It's
I've
fun.
never played it.
I like that. I like Stratego because Risk just takes so long
Yep.
to get through. It's very very fun,
And
but
you've
it's
got to
a
have
commitment.
people with Risk where they're just invested all that time, and that's not always easy to do.
Yeah, and you know if people start getting tired or whatever, and then like it kind of ruins the game. They stop caring, like we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
So
Yeah, yep.
Stratego is like a battle strategy game that is a little quicker. So I like to play that in lieu of Risk a lot of times. And there you go.
I like that. Okay.
So it's going to be kind of a tricky pick as far as the draft goes, for votes. I don't know. I guess what I'm saying, I don't know how the audience is going to feel about it, but Trivia Pursuit has always been a fun game. And so,
Is that your pick?
yeah.
I just don't want you waffling. You've been
No,
known
see,
to waffle.
I'm not the one that said that on my ledger. Over
Like
here
my
with
real
Saved
girl.
by
Go
the
ahead,
Bell.
t-
Wait,
t-
no, that wasn't my pick.
Tell us about Trivial Pursuit, Josh.
What would you like to know, sir?
Why
do you like it so much?
Oh, it's just, I don't know, it's fun, and you kind of find out around the table, what areas people's strengths are, as far as what they know and all that. So I feel like you learn a little bit about the people around the table, a little bit more. So
We all should play it
yeah,
one day. Get together. We could do it on Zoom. I would
Oh,
imagine.
that's a game that you could play on Zoom. That's
Yeah.
true.
can find a way, or
Sports
an
Trivia
app.
Pursuit is a lot of fun. I don't know if you've ever played that, but
I think I would be better at that than just general Trivial
yeah,
Pursuit.
I mean, I am for sure. And
Yeah.
it was but it was a lot of fun. We played it over at TZ's house, Tyler Zimmerman's house.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. So
All right. Sounds like it's back to me.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So I'm gonna go.
Dead air.
I thought I was gonna steal sequence in my fourth round, but Josh deemed it worthy of a third round pick. So I'm
Scoop that
gonna
up.
I'm gonna take Chinese checkers.
cool.
Wow. Yeah, it's a classic, digging deep. And
Yeah,
I like
have you
that game.
have you guys ever played Chinese checkers like with a full board, not just 1 versus 1?
Oh yeah.
Madness.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
a lot of fun. I'd say right now, like with everything going on, probably not the best choice for the vote, but
Should I call it Wuhan checkers?
there you go. Let's call it Wuhan checkers.
Corona checkers.
Yeah.
So, I'm not scared of the Chinese, and I'll play their checkers game if I want to. But it's
It's fine. I was just highlighting that for you.
That's a fair point. I see you trying to like
I
infiltrate
like
the
the
jury.
game. I like the game. I'm just
Yeah.
giving you an opportunity to realize it.
Wait, that is.
Funny.
Can I change my pick? Is that?
No.
I'm just kidding. Why would I want to change my pick? That's perfect. It's a great fourth round pick. Chinese checkers.
Sequence
So
would have
I'll-
been better.
I mean, in the fourth round, probably. All right. I think Chinese checkers there is a great value. My team, my list of board games consists, as we do our rundown, of Monopoly, Ticket to Ride, Clue, and Chinese checkers.
Great. Josh, what was your rundown?
Yeah, I had Sorry, Sequence, Apples to Apples, and Trivia Pursuit.
And I had Pandemic, Settlers of Catan, Rumi Cube, and Stratego. So, do you guys have any honorable mentions you want to drop in?
Yeah, so I wanted to take one, but I didn't know like if you guys would say I couldn't take it because it's a card game. But when I was a kid,
Canasta?
no, it was on my list, but no.
Okay.
When I was a kid, my
Pinochle.
parents would have their friends come over and they would play Rummy, and we would get to play as well with a little bit of help. So I kind of wanted to take Rummy,
Yeah.
but
I love some card games. We play Rook a lot with the family, but I felt like it was on that in the gray area, and I just didn't want to argue with you guys.
yeah.
Well, I'm
same-
surprised. I'm surprised you guys didn't pick any of the other typical card games, like we mentioned Uno or Phase 10, anything like this. Canasta.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just didn't know where the line was drawn on that.
What?
And so
don't-
I just left it alone.
Is
Family table game.
Is Canasta a game that you play with the family?
Dude, we used to play some canasta all the time.
Man.
I played
can-
double Canasta with my granny. I mean,
That's family, bro.
yeah, but I can't play with anybody else because no one knows the rules now. You guys want to
Yeah.
play some Canasta sometime?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I got a deck. I'm ready. So.
Have you guys ever played Pinochle?
Never
I
heard of it.
Played Pinochle.
Okay, we would play double Pinochle.
Something you play in the bathroom?
No, I see where you're going with that. No, I played it with it was just people over 80 in that scenario.
I didn't know how to phrase that joke, Gunner. Very well. Very good. Yeah.
It's a card game. I mean,
You
I
play
think
with a
it's-
standard deck?
No, you play with only I think 10s through Jack, Queen, King, Ace. Maybe you have 9s. I don't recall. But yeah.
It's like
So
a
you
20
have
card deck or something.
no. It's a huge deck. But you have if you look in the store, like there were still Pinochle cards. I don't know if they do it anymore, but I've accidentally bought decks of cards that ended up being Pinochle cards. Yeah, it's a fun game, but no one. I mean, I think it's a dying game.
You have anything on there, Gunner? Anything?
You guys remember Crossfire?
Oh man,
Crossfire.
vaguely. Vaguely
Yeah.
so.
Get caught up in it. Crossfire.
I remember
That
the song
commercial.
more than I remember the
That
game.
commercial was like a mini. Every time it came on Saturday morning, you're watching cartoons, and that Crossfire commercial came on. It was like a whole movie you got to watch in 30 seconds. It was so cool.
Yeah.
And Mousetrap.
A
Mousetrap's fun.
Yeah.
I had Operation on my list as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
If
Go ahead.
I was just saying if things got desperate.
I have Scrabble on my list, but it's
Scrabble's fun.
I've played it.
It's hard to
many
get.
times.
It's hard to get a family in on Scrabble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, like many of these games, you have to have people that are fully invested and competitive. that want
Yeah.
to. A game that I love that wasn't on the list just because I haven't played it in years is Blocus. Did you guys ever play that?
Nope.
No,
Oh man,
never heard of it.
it's we'll play it sometime.
Yeah, you'll have to introduce us. I like do you guys remember the Angry Video Game Nerd on YouTube? He's still around. I still watch his videos. He's very famous about angrily reviewing old video games.
I may have seen it, but I don't recall him in particular.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he has another character that he did for a while called Board James, and he would play and review board games. But it's a great series. Like he does like legit reviews of the games.
But he's
And
in
they're
angry
entertaining.
voice.
But no, well, this Board James is not angry. It's a different character.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Gotcha.
it's a very funny series. And so, yeah, if you're bored and you want to learn about new board games and find something new,
What's that called
he's
again?
fun to watch. Board James. Instead of board games, Board James.
Gotcha.
It's fun stuff. He has, like, if you start watching from start to finish, the whole series, it's pretty entertaining. He goes all out for the last episode.
All right.
Well, I think that wraps it up. Thanks for joining us. We got some cool stuff going on the website. We got a lot of cool stuff in the works for you guys down the pipe. Be sure to join us next Monday for the regular show, and then a week from today, next Tuesday, for another short show. And possibly this week we might drop a special short show. We haven't decided
Ooh.
yet, but
Ooh.
it might happen. It might not.
Just sit there on the edge of your seats and wonder.
Yeah. So if you subscribe on whatever app you're listening to, you'll know if it does drop, and you can get a notification. So
You
do
make it a
that.
little sneaky drop there too. We don't know, huh?
All right, so you can vote for your favorite pick on Twitter on our non-neutral zone 1 Twitter account. If you have a suggestion for one of these short show spectaculars, email us or message us on Twitter. But if you want to email us, send us a message, nonneutralzone@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And
We're looking for topical stuff in this fun time. Or untopical. It doesn't have to be.
yeah, anything, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll make it fit.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have anything else you want to mention before we say goodbye?
Vote for Brandon.
Not me.
Okay, well, thank you very much for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe wherever you listen and don't fall into the neutral zone.